any worry going on in the WNBA executive offices, if there is no worry, oh, people aren't going to turn off, oh, people are still going to show up, if that was the thought that they were having up there in WNBA La La Land, well, now might be the time to hit the panic button. 48 hours after news hits that Caitlin Clark is injured and she'll be missing 2 weeks, the market has responded and the market has told the WNBA.
No doubt that's about to happen. The WNBA teams that moved their games, this is about to be catastrophic.
One injury changed everything. Just as the WNBA was enjoying record attention, Caitlin Clark was ruled out with a quad injury, instantly changing the conversation across the league. Instead of talking about playoff hopes, fans began asking one question: what happens when the league's biggest attraction is suddenly gone? The team announced that Clark would be reevaluated in 2 weeks, but many fans believe the recovery could take longer. Whether that happens or not, the uncertainty alone created major concern. Within hours, ticket prices for upcoming Indiana Fever games began falling, while social media filled with disappointed reactions from fans who had planned trips months in advance just to watch her play. Several teams had already moved games into much larger arenas, expecting another wave of sellout crowds fueled by Clark's popularity. Those decisions suddenly became a major financial gamble. But the biggest story wasn't the injury itself, it was the reaction. Fans immediately began debating whether the WNBA could maintain its incredible momentum without the player many believe transformed the league's popularity. And what happened over the next 48 hours only made that debate even bigger.
But we don't want this. What am I talking about? Indiana Fever ticket prices to games over the next 2 weeks have dropped 42% since Caitlin Clark's injury announcement, an average ticket price of $137.
The numbers started telling a story that many people didn't expect. Within days of the injury announcement, reports showed ticket prices for several Indiana Fever games had dropped sharply, while countless fans took to social media saying they were canceling trips or selling their seats. Some had planned to travel hundreds of miles just to see Caitlin Clark in action, and without her on the court, they no longer felt the experience would be the same. That reaction quickly raised bigger questions about how much of the league's recent success was tied to one superstar. Teams that had invested in larger venues, extra promotions, and expanded game day operations were suddenly facing uncertainty. If those arenas weren't filled, the financial impact could be significant. What began as an injury update was now becoming a major business story, and the league was about to discover just how powerful one player's influence could be. But ticket sales were only the beginning, because an even bigger debate was about to take over the basketball world.
I don't know when it happened. I know afterwards, we got a message that she had something going on with her leg, and they were getting an MRI, and we got the result yesterday.
Was it after the Liberty game on Saturday?
Is that her last game?
Yeah.
Yes.
Jeff, you had a chance to try.
As the conversation grew louder, the focus shifted far beyond the injury itself. Across social media, many fans argued that the league had never fully embraced the enormous impact Caitlin Clark brought to women's basketball. Some believed the WNBA tried to balance the spotlight across multiple stars, while others felt Clark deserved more recognition for helping attract record TV audiences, sold-out arenas, and new fans. Those opinions remain heavily debated, but they fueled even more discussion after her injury. The situation exposed an important reality about professional sports. Casual fans often follow players before they follow teams. Whether people agreed or disagreed, one thing became clear: the next few weeks would reveal how much of the league's momentum could continue without its biggest headline maker. And as attendance and TV numbers started coming in, everyone was waiting to see if they would support or challenge that belief.
Yeah, I don't know how things work in pretend basketball. I don't know the history of transparency when it comes to timelines for injury returns in the WNBA. But I do know in the NBA, teams are rarely transparent with injuries. When the Pelicans say Zion Williamson will be reevaluated in 2 weeks,
the biggest question now wasn't just how long Caitlin Clark would be out, it was whether the WNBA could keep its momentum alive. League executives, sponsors, broadcasters, and team owners were all watching closely as upcoming games approached. If attendance remained strong and television audiences stayed high, it would prove the league's recent growth had become much bigger than one player. But if arenas showed empty seats and ratings declined, it would reinforce just how valuable Clark's presence has been. For many fans, this wasn't simply about basketball anymore. It had become a real test of the league's future. And as the next round of games drew closer, everyone was waiting to see whether the WNBA could answer its biggest challenge yet, or whether this moment would change the season in ways no one expected. As the days passed, one thing became impossible to ignore. This injury had become a defining moment for the entire league. Every attendance figure, television rating, and fan reaction was being watched more closely than ever. Some believed the WNBA would continue growing because it now had more overall interest than ever before. Others argued that Clark's absence would reveal just how much she had fueled that momentum. Whatever the outcome, the next few weeks would provide valuable answers about the league's future, its marketing strategy, and how it can continue building lasting support beyond any single superstar. But the biggest lesson from this entire situation may have nothing to do with wins or losses. It could reshape how the WNBA approaches its biggest stars for years to come. In the end, Caitlin Clark's injury has become much more than a simple basketball headline. It has evolved into one of the biggest storylines of the WNBA season, raising important questions about star power, fan loyalty, and the league's future. Over the coming weeks, every ticket sold, every television rating, every arena crowd, and every social media trend will be examined more closely than ever before. Fans, sponsors, broadcasters, and league executives will all be watching to see how the league performs while its biggest attraction is unavailable. Whatever the outcome, this period could become one of the most important tests the WNBA has faced in recent years. At the same time, this situation has reopened a debate that has followed Caitlin Clark since she entered the professional game. Some fans believe the WNBA has grown enough to remain successful regardless of who is playing, while others argue that Clark's arrival accelerated the league's popularity unlike anything seen before. Record television audiences, sold-out arenas, increased media coverage, and growing sponsorship interest have all fueled that discussion. While opinions remain divided, very few people deny that she has had a significant impact on the league's visibility and attracted millions of new viewers to women's basketball. Another major question is how this moment will influence the league moving forward. Will teams become more cautious with player health and workload? Will marketing strategies change to avoid depending so heavily on one superstar? And perhaps most importantly, can the WNBA continue turning casual viewers into long-term basketball fans? Those are questions that cannot be answered overnight, but the next several weeks may provide the clearest picture yet. No matter where you stand in this debate, one thing is impossible to ignore. This story is about far more than one injury. It's about the business of sports, the value of superstar athletes, and how quickly momentum can change in professional basketball. The decisions made during this period could shape the league's direction for years to come, making every game and every headline even more significant. Now it's your turn to join the conversation. Do you believe the WNBA can maintain its incredible momentum without Caitlin Clark, or has this situation revealed just how important she has become to the league's continued success? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on all notifications so you never miss the latest WNBA news, breaking stories, player updates, and exclusive basketball coverage. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.